So Merry Christmas and Happy Christmas to all of you who celebrate Christmas.
And
if you say, once again, don't know what I'm going to do to you. I really don't know.
Okay, yes. But it's,
they call it Decembering,
Decembering. Happy!
I mean, every piece of space would be occupied with a body when it's time to sleep.
Not lies. Sometimes people do have a community, but they still feel alone. Yes.
So check on your friends, check on your family, and don't say, I wish I could have reached out when it's too late to do.
We all need someone. Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Siza, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So we can take control of our life. Let's go and let's get it started. Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. It's your boy LJ with the one and only, my lovely wife, Lady Siza, in the building. Yes, we're about that vibe each and every week. You know what I'm saying? You got a show. This week we are celebrating Christmas.
Yes!
Yes.
Happy Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Merry
I want to
Christmas.
say happy, not
Yes.
Merry. Merry's for, and then he said for drunk people. Because they say drink and be merry,
Yes,
right?
drink and be
so
merry.
I want to just say happy for us sober people. Happy Christmas, and we're going to say Happy New Year next week. So
yes.
We'll leave the Happy New Year for now. So Merry Christmas
Merry
and Happy Christmas to all of you who celebrate Christmas. We are celebrating the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes.
He is the reason for the
season.
Yeah, I thought you forgot that. For the season. I have to wipe it on him. Yeah. But also we're celebrating this birthday boy.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
not boy anymore. Birthday man, who celebrates his birthday with our Lord Jesus Christ on the 25th of December. So we want to say happy birthday, baby.
Yes.
Happy birthday, LJ.
Yes.
Coach LJ, Pastor Chaplin, my hubby,
Yes.
my baby daddy,
Yes.
my Pukadoo, my ride and die. I cannot imagine life without you. We've become twins.
Piece of the pod, right?
No, twins. And I really wish you well. We really wish you a long, healthy life that is full of prosperity and many more happy years that we're going to share together. Love you and enjoy your day. I have a surprise for you on your birthday. Okay, it's no longer a surprise. We're going to a full day spa. No longer a surprise. But, I felt like we worked so hard throughout the year and everything that it would be nice to just celebrate and go and relax on the birth of Christ and just be with each other, look each other in the eyes. Why not, right? Anyways, we're not here about us, but we're here about the power of community. Power of community.
Yes. And so, another thing, like the Chaplins is in this Christmas season,
Yes.
and during this time, a lot of time we all, in this.
No, we don't know. You're not going to be saying the I know so many times. No, we do not know. That is why we've tuned in, right? Right, Chaplain Julius?
Okay, but during this time, a lot of us is, have this Christmas season where we spend the time with family, getting together, talking, chilling, relaxing, enjoying one another. And during this time is when a lot of us begin to breathe a little bit, where we able to express ourselves and be able to spend time with family and be able to come together and congregate with each other. And so, and
if you say, once again, don't know what I'm going to do to you. I really don't know.
Okay, yes. But it's you know.
You know.
I'm sorry, but these times is critical. Is important.
You know.
No, I'm not gonna say it. These times is important for individuals
To spend time with family.
to spend time with family.
Yeah.
But but once the season's over, then we go back to our normal life.
I'm not sure. In
daily
America,
grind.
life keeps going on. I mean, this is the time where I really want to be in South Africa, where they call Decembering. Decembering.
Happy.
You begin Decembering on the 1st of December. Till the end of December. The country shuts down on the 15th onwards. So this America, oh my God, you work every day. But anyways, yeah. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying, that, this is the time that you get to, be part of a community.
Yes.
Especially the family community. But the thing is, some people don't have this family. Because we can say it lightly, since we have family.
Yes.
And who support and love us, and who want to spend time with us. But some people don't have that luxury.
Yes.
What happens to that?
What happened to those people that go? That's when you have to grab on to
other
external communities.
And that's what we hear about.
Yes, yeah, that's when this is what we're gonna help. Because a lot of people don't have that family they could go to.
Yeah.
Or they don't have.
Oh, that's so cool.
A circle of friends. And there are people that do feel alone.
Right.
That feel left out. That feel like they're the outcast.
Yes.
So we want to help those individuals. Even individuals that even have a family, but after the family is over, then it's back to their life. They shelled and they by themselves. In their corners. And so it's very important, because one thing COVID-19 taught us that the importance of community, the power of community, because we was forced. We were forced to be by ourselves. We were forced to not talk to anyone. We were forced to stay in our shell, in our home.
That 6 foot, it drove me crazy.
couldn't
stay 6 feet apart.
Couldn't go out and couldn't spend.
It makes me think, why do they say 6 feet apart and you have to go 6 feet down? It just came to my mind. Because it was a symbol of death. Be 6 feet apart. And when you die, you go 6 feet underground.
Yes.
Because, Maslow, in the hierarchy of needs, he says that part of the needs of a human being is security. Is belonging. So I think this topic is so critical during this time, where people feel they don't belong anywhere. And like you said, for those who belong to a family, after the holidays, you split up. You go back to your, grind. To your grind. You go back to my grandmother used to say ngamakoro. Those who know will know what I mean. Ngamakoro, which
Can
means.
You please translate?
How do you translate ngamakoro? Whoever knows, please put in the comment section. But loosely translated would be back to your little.
Your shell, your nest.
Yeah. Everybody must, because we were all used to congregate at grandma's house during the holidays. And I mean, grandma had a big house. You saw grandma's house, but still there would be no room. Some people will sleep on the couches. Some people will sleep on the floor. I mean, every piece of space would be occupied with a body when it's time to sleep. So. But other people don't have that luxury, and we understand that and we feel their pain. Hence, that is why we thought this topic would be so relevant as we go into the Christmas season, as we are in the Christmases, as we are during, Christmas holidays.
Yes.
Where where people will be with people who they love.
Yes.
And even beyond the Christmas season, those who will then go back to ngamakoro or to their own respective places, what happens then?
Yes.
So
hold on, because one thing I do want to mention to you, because this topic that we're talking about, the last week topic, and a couple others, you know, the Lord was showing me and speaking to me when I came up with the topics. You know, this is some things that we got to begin to start talking about, because a lot of times we are afraid to speak on these things. We're afraid to talk on certain issues.
Yeah.
And, you know, by not talking about these certain issues, it's not helping us.
Yeah.
It's hurting us.
Right.
And so it prevents us to move forward.
Yeah.
It's preventing us to go to the next level. And so we want to begin to make changes before 2023 and into 2023.
And beyond.
And beyond, so that we can begin to start possessing the thing that God wants to have.
Amen.
You know, which is peace, love, joy, and prosperity.
Yes.
You know, and so and we got to begin to start having these conversations about different issues so that people can be free.
Yeah.
You know, that's the first sign of deliverance, is just by speaking up.
Yeah. And I think, you know, like we mentioned COVID, COVID really spiraled up.
Yes.
The numbers of mental health and suicide.
Yes, suicide.
Of course, mental health leads to depression. Depression leads
abuse,
to suicide, and domestic abuse.
Yes, domestic
you
abuse.
name it. So, and people were not able to speak out because they were forced to stay indoors and to be with these people who abuse them, or people were left to be by themselves and were not able to talk to anyone. Like we mentioned, the Maslow hierarchy of needs. People, you know, they really desired that human touch. They really desired that community, that community, and it was nowhere to be found. But we're here to say there are ways to be part of something that's meaningful and that will allow you to become you and even better, a better person. So let's jump into that.
Yeah, and another thing too, just bringing it back, I'm just thinking about this too, because technology also, with the younger generation where they just be in their phones and their computers, that also hurt interaction with people, where they don't know how to be social. You know, they becoming antisocial. You know, because when we was growing up, you know, we went outside to play with one another.
And we loved it.
And we loved it, and we knew how to interact. We knew how to, you know, to be sociable. And, you know, yes, we're going to have our little fights, but guess what? We're going to come back and begin to play again. And so a lot of times, you know, because of technology, you know, a lot of times we become antisocial and become by ourselves, and that's not healthy. It's not healthy.
But we gotta acknowledge that, you know, times change. And, you know, we gotta go with the times. And it is what it is. But, you know, there are other ways to be able to be part of something. Because some of these communities are virtual anyway. So you gotta go back to that. That's true too. To that technology that we're trying to run away from. But it does help. Like, you know, apps like what's this app that people talk about? Even your Twitters, they have Twitter Spaces now, where you don't have to see each other's faces. The voices are just speaking. We have clubhouses, you know, where it's just voices and people just interacting. They came out of a need for people wanting to belong to a community where they feel they are valued and seen and heard. So let's just jump on before we go for an hour with this thing, because the intro is too long, right? Let's go ahead.
Yes. So, no, go ahead.
So being part of these communities gives people space to talk about their feelings. You know, like I said in the beginning, just prior to that purposes of people joining or being part of communities is to feel seen. It's to be seen, to be validated. It's to be heard, and just to be recognized as a person as well, and that they are able to speak in a safe space. Because most of these
without
communities,
judgment.
most of these communities that you become part of are communities where you know that your values align with theirs, right?
Yes.
You're not gonna be part of a community where your values don't align.
Yes.
Like you won't see me in a rock and roll group. Like no, I'm not gonna be there. You know. So these are the type of things that we're talking about today. You
Yes.
stand on that?
Because, and like I said, to give you a space to express your feelings, because a lot of times we hold, like we always say, we were trained to hold our feelings within and not to cry, but it's great to express
Men
yourself.
don't cry. Oh yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
They should cry.
And they should cry, and you should get a part. Like even like with men, you know, that's what sometimes men need to be with other men.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta form like a men's club or men's group so that other men can begin to talk to one another.
Yeah.
So whatever you need to express yourself and to get out there, you gotta find that space.
Because the truth is, we are stronger together.
Yes. You know, you gotta find that space to be able to express yourself, because if you don't, then you know you could do something that it can be regretful.
Yeah.
So or it could be hurtful, and we gotta
especially with mental health on the rise.
Yes.
Like we're seeing more and more people take their own lives. People who we think, really, that one, you know. So if people are part of a community, you're able to go to someone.
Yes.
You know, because you're making friends.
Yes, you're making friends.
With people within these communities. You're meeting people that you've never met before, strangers. Like I mentioned last week, at some point when I was having mental issues, and there was just nobody that I could just talk to, you know. And sometimes there is somebody, and you just don't want to burden people with the same old, because they'll be like, oh, not her again. But you really just want to talk. So I will just talk to random strangers. I don't care who they are. They don't know me. I don't know them. But if they give me their ear, I will use that ear and talk to them. Because it's talking, it's like prayer. It answers everything.
Yes. And so, you know, but having that space, like I said, and sometimes people, you know, outliers, sometimes people do have a community, but they still feel alone.
Right.
You know, they still feel like they can't express themselves, but they can. But you know, but we trying to help those, you know, and let them know that, you know, being a part of a supportive community, a safe community,
it's beneficial for you
to be able to express yourself and then speak out your feelings, because you don't want to hold your feelings within. And sometimes, you know, you want to be like my wife talking about, sometimes going in a place that neutral.
Yeah.
That don't know you.
Yeah.
That don't know you.
So there's no stigma.
No stigma, yes. You know, because a lot of times we can't, you know, we don't want to go to somebody that we know.
Yeah, because they will judge you.
We feel like they're going to talk about us, they're going to judge us. So sometimes when you go into a community with people that don't really know you personally,
yeah.
But you just there to get that connection.
And they also can give you like an objective feedback, which is great, because they don't really know you personally, like you said. So you're not gonna get like subjective feedback.
Yeah, that honest
it's not gonna
feedback.
Be biased.
Yes.
They will give you honest,
constructive feedback, because sometimes too, you know, you know how it is. Sometimes people that know you a lot of times, they just keep quiet.
Yeah, they don't say anything.
They don't want to hurt your feelings. They just keep quiet. They don't say nothing, and by them keeping quiet, that's not helping you.
No.
You know, you want somebody to be real with you.
Yeah.
You want somebody that's gonna be able to talk to you and tell you, you know, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And tell you what, you know, have you spoken to your wife today?
Yeah.
Or have you spoken to your children today? You need somebody that's gonna be able to tell you that. And so, you know, what we would say, check on your friends.
Yeah. Especially the strong ones.
The strong ones, yeah.
Especially the ones who light up the room.
Yes.
Especially the ones who are bubbly. You know, especially the ones who are emotional beings. Check on them. You know, because you don't know what they're hiding. Because most of these people, they hide behind the mask. I know this because I'm one of those people. Who people go to thinking that they're the strongest of the crowd, when behind the scenes I'm really not. You know, and it does get exhausting to carry other people when you have nobody to carry you.
Yes.
So check on your friends, check on your family, and don't say, I wish I could have reached out when it's too late to do so.
Yes, I agree.
Because as we go into our second point.
Hold on. Because I want before we go on, because I do want to say this too. That's why it's very important for those strong ones that to get involved and be a part of something, because you need something. You need somebody to pour back into you. Just like when we talk about leaders and pastors. That's why it's critical to have a covering. It's for us leaders, because we always pouring out, and if we don't go nowhere to be filled back in, then we will get burnt out. And so even for individuals that feel like you always got to be the strong one, but if you have nobody to pour into you, you will get burnt out. We all flesh. We're not 100. We're not so strong that we can't get burnt down. Every last one of us will get burnt down, and we don't. Especially if we don't get poured into. If somebody don't feed us, or we don't release the pressure, release our feelings to someone, we can get burnt out. And so this is why for those strong ones that feel like they're strong, they gotta be strong for their family. They gotta be strong for their friends. Yes, you be strong for your family and friends, but you go somewhere that are mutual, so that somebody to be strong for you.
Very well said.
So it's very important.
And that goes nicely to our second point, where it says you don't have to fight alone. Because if you're part of these communities, you're part of something. You're not alone. You always have someone. And this is what I always say to our alopecia group when somebody's new and joins us and says, "Hey guys, I'm struggling with this hair." Whenever I say hello, I always say, "Remember, you are not alone," because they're not. We're walking this journey with you. We know your pain. We feel your pain because we are in the same journey. We either have experienced what you're going through, or are experiencing it, or are about to experience it, because we're all at certain stages of the journey, right? So that's why we're saying align yourself with people that align with your values, align with your goals, align with your principles, so that you are able to freely express yourself and you don't feel alone.
You don't feel alone, because it's so powerful, right? When you're a part of something, right, and you feel like, man, I could take over the world. Man, I can move mountains. Man, I could do anything because I know I got people that's got my back. It's
nice to know that you have people who are there for you.
Who are there for you. Someone that I could go to and talk to. I don't have to, fight this battle by myself. If I come up with a struggle, I know I got my community that's gonna help me along my journey. That's gonna help me to get through challenges and struggles, and they're gonna help me to win battles. Because why? I don't have to fight alone, and so I'm in a few.
We're stronger together.
Yeah, I'm in a few communities, and it feels good that just being part of these different communities. To see everyone working together for one common goal. For one common goal. And that's the thing about a community, when when you want to go into a community where everyone had one common goal, and that's to help one another out. And so, and not be...
Communities help to kill that crab in a bucket.
That crab in a bucket, yes.
Because you're all in for one goal, to help each other out for whatever objective that group was created for, to build each other up, to light each other's candle, fix each other's crowns, and just be there for each other.
To be there for it, so that you don't feel alone. You don't feel like you're doing it by yourself. Because I know, it was tough growing up, for myself. It was tough because for a long time I felt like I was by myself, and I felt I felt that I had nobody with me, and I always say this: I appreciate my mom, because I know anytime I feel that way, I can always go to my mother and talk to my mother, and her encouragement said you could do whatever you want to do. You could, anything's impossible for you. So, but that little bit of light, that little bit of encouragement, it went a long way for me when I was a child. When I felt alone, I wanted to be a part of, people. I want
to know what made you feel alone. Because I'm sure some of the Chaplin children are curious to know why. What made you feel like that when you were a child? Because we just want to make it relatable for people who are feeling like how you felt back then right now.
Yes, it just felt like I was pushed aside. I felt like I was pushed aside. I felt like I wasn't part of the crowd, or was there a
reason for that? Why they would?
I don't know. I don't know what the reason was, but I felt left out. I felt left out for I don't know what reason, but God knows. God has a purpose. He has a plan for everything.
Was there something lacking in you? Was there something that you were not doing?
No, I don't know what it was. That I just felt that I felt left out. And that's, I just felt left out. I just felt alone. That nobody, and I wanted to be a part and be a part. But I did have friends.
Yeah.
But I did associate and talk to different people. But every now and then I did feel like when I really needed it, I felt like I was by myself, and so.
And I think that goes into our third point, which speaks about giving support when facing challenges. I think you spoke
Yes.
into that when we were talking about the second point, where these communities that we are promoting and talking about and encouraging people to be part of as we close off the year, as we move into a
Yes.
new year, that it is for your benefit, because when you're going through something, you have people holding your hand,
yes.
putting your chin up,
Yes.
and saying, and patting your
It's
back,
gonna be okay.
and saying it's gonna be okay. The sun will rise again, morning will come. It will not always be like this. I see us even in the group that we are part of, the mastermind that you are leading.
Yes.
How so great that we feel our lights being our burners, if I could call it that way, being lit again.
Yes.
Because these days we're talking about
put your dream to
the test, and how we are just being reminded that our dreams matter, and that they can be reignited. And if it wasn't for that kind of setup, I don't think we would feel reigniting, rejuvenated to keep on keeping on. So you can't be in isolation. We are fighting isolation. We are saying down with isolation, because isolation harms people. It kills people. It results in depression.
Yes.
Because that's what depression does. Depression isolates you. And that's what abusive partners do. They isolate you. That's what people who are going through mental cases, they get isolated first, and then you then go down that slippery slope, and it's hard to bring you back up again.
Yes. And so one thing I want to say, because this was in my mind, and I was just thinking of, and I want to bring it up. One thing, we became a society where we just think to ourselves, and we always frown it. We don't like that. We don't speak to, we gotta always be happy and smiling, because you never know what people going through.
Yeah.
And we always look upon other people, if they look different, or they say something different, or they, sound different, whatever it may be, we judge them for some apparent reason, and if they look a certain way.
We like to judge at face value. And you don't know the diamond that you are looking down upon, because you might be talking to a person who's gonna be something, or is something, but you've already judged by their accent, how they look, etc.
Because maybe they and because you don't know what a person going through at that time.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, if you are looked down on and you're talking about it, and you sometimes just smiling and saying, hi.
Smile goes a long way.
It helps sometimes.
And I'm glad you're talking about that, because that happens mostly in these in these first world countries, where to each is their own.
Yes.
And that's why I miss the third world countries. I miss that communal feel where
yes.
I know my entire neighbor's stories, like everything. Things they tell me and things they don't. Because we're there for each other as a community. My neighbor can come to me and knock at my door and ask for salt that they're missing. They realize they've run out of, and I won't gossip about that. I will gladly share the salt with them or share my dinner with them. Just the other day, my mom's electricity, the main switch got burnt out. It was just, I guess, too old or whatever. And the entire neighborhood had lights besides them. She couldn't charge her phone, nothing, but she could go to her neighbor and ask for her phone to be charged. She could go to her neighbor and they offered them dinner, but I think she had been fine for the day. But it's always nice to know that you can go to your neighbor or your community members,
yes.
and they can be a shoulder to cry on. But when you're in silo, that's so hard.
That's so hard. And we always look down on people, because, and the thing is this thing of, I wash your back and you scratch my back.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened, where we went wrong, because that's one that I love about South Africa, and we used to be like that in the States.
I think they're still like that in the South.
Yeah, in the
South is still very communal.
Yeah, we used to be like, but this thing, I don't know what happened, that we start looking down on people. And start prejudging people, even people in the church,
even family members.
Family members prejudge people and don't even know what they're going through, and that family member could need you, and you could be the reason why somebody lose their life.
Yeah.
Somebody go out and kill themselves because you could have easily reached out to that individual. You could have easily say, when you see them, it's everything okay, how you doing? Just smiling. When you go to work and you see somebody, learn how to say, just my wife always say all the time, she because sometimes when we leave out of our place and we say hi, they don't speak. Even your neighbors, and that's not good when you don't know how to speak to your neighbor. Just say hi. You feel like, you always feel like somebody gonna ask you for something. Sometimes nobody gonna ask you. If they ask you, so what? If they ask you for something, so what? You can easily say, I don't have it, or no thank you, or whatever, But you don't have to feel like, I'm not gonna say hi, or I'm not gonna spark a conversation because now I'm opening up the door for them to ask me for something. That's the wrong attitude to have.
Because you never know when you might need that.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing about a community, because it's not about you scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's I want to be helpful for you today because tomorrow you might be my help.
Yes, because now we talk about give support when facing challenges. Now, I got to say this because I remember many days. I always talk about my mother because I love her. Many days I remember
people. Boy.
Yeah. Many days I remember, and I used to see my mom's, right? When people was in need, she used to give her house to people to live, to stay there.
That's my grand as well.
Yeah,
we always had relatives.
Yeah, always had relatives.
Relatives that we are not related
Everyone called my mother mine.
Yeah.
Everyone called my mother mine because their home was her home.
Yeah.
Her home was their home. If they was in need or they was struggling or or whatever they was going through and they need an upper hand, just to get a restart. Sometimes you need a reset.
Yeah.
Maybe you down on your luck for that period of time, and you need a place to stay. And so just seeing that for my mother, and that's why I believe that's why the Lord blessed her. To be able to provide for the thing, when she began a person that was on welfare, limited education, but able to start a business.
a successful
business, was able to buy her home and be able to live and enjoy life and be able to do what she wanted to do because of the seeds that she planted.
Yeah.
And
it does come back.
It does, and that's one thing.
You might not see it today, tomorrow, the next day, but God counts it as something.
That gesture of smiling, that gesture of saying hi, that gesture of being kind, that gesture of being grateful and happy for another, and that's a seed that you're sowing because one day you're gonna need you want the seed to come, you want the harvest to come back to you.
And I think we should be very careful when we say that as well, and emphasize the fact that don't expect it to come from the person that you planted the seed to. Because it can come back in any way.
Any form, any way.
From other people, from things that you were not even expecting. But the thing of the matter is, we're saying let's spread love.
Let's spread love. Yes.
Let's spread a smile, because really this is the season.
And not just Christmas season, every day.
I'm just saying this will be a great start.
Yes.
Because we're doing this on a Christmas week. Let's spread love.
Let's spread love.
Kindness.
Because we all need someone.
Yeah.
We all can use a helping hand.
Absolutely.
Even everyone, doesn't matter. We all, because God created us to have that security. Coexist. Even in Genesis, He's seen Adam was alone.
Yeah, and he said it's not good.
And it's not good for man to be alone.
And let's underline that man did not necessarily mean as in male.
Male.
It meant
mankind.
Mankind.
That mankind, womankind, meaning it wasn't good for that mankind to be alone. And so now we always look at it male and female, but even as a community. Even as an individual, it's not good for you to be alone. Maybe you're not married, or you don't have a wife, but it's not good for you to be by yourself. It's not good for you to be by yourself and working on your own and working by yourself and working on things. And
that's why like the work from home jobs, they're great and everything because you're able to work in your comfortable environment, etc. But they also have a downfall in that you're losing the interaction. You're losing the network with your co-workers.
Yes, and it's so true. And even like with work, I love the working from home. But even like I was speaking to someone about that. When you're working from home, it's a beautiful thing. But when you feel like every now and then, go outside.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk. Get the fresh air. Say hi to people. Just spark a conversation when you're in the park. Just don't walk and be by yourself. When you see somebody.
Because you can get to your head.
Yeah, this the one. Oh, I love this. Thank you. This the one that I love South Africa, right? Because you can walk by, right? The first Sabona. And they're expecting you to say something back. I see you. They're just not going to walk down the block and not say nothing to someone that they see. They're going to say Sabona.
See a lot of Sabonas and Yebo.
Sabona, and they're expecting I see you. I'm expecting you to respond back to me. And a lot of times we just walk down the block and don't even say hi. We walk on our busy life and we rush into the train. We rush into do things. We always in a rush. And that's our problem. The problem is we always in a rush and we never take time just to say hi.
I think it goes back to our next point, where people are afraid to get constructive feedback. People just don't want to be told that they're wrong. Even if it's going to help them. So that's why people rather just stick to themselves and they mind their own business. But that can be hurtful and harmful to them as well, because you want somebody to tell you, no, I think you should, in a nice way, in a loving way, of course. I don't think you should have done that way or said that way, and that's healthy. That's very healthy. That's why I always say parents should continue to be parents and children be children. There should be boundaries. You can be your child's friend, but to a certain extent, to a certain point. There's supposed to be a point where you draw the line in the sand and say, you stop here being my friend. you are now my child. Because children know and they can read the room.
Yes.
And they can walk all over you because now you're too casual with them. But they need parents.
They need parents.
The sad part about this generation, they lacking good parental skills. Our parents did a good job.
Yes,
they
yes.
did a good job. They did it. They were a bit harsh. I agree. But they did the best they could, and they parented.
Yes, they parented because they really took that Bible literally. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Train up the child in the way they should go, so that when they get old, they will not depart from it.
Yeah.
We lost that a lot of times, and so the Bible is there for it say these things for a reason because it knows it will help you. And life, and because when you're dealing with challenges, when you interacting with people, the things that you learn along the way, you will never forget.
Yeah.
You would, something that, I grew up, I never forget the thing that I've seen my mom's there or my father there or uncle or whoever it may be or aunt. I never forgot those things.
Yeah.
And those things stuck with me.
Yeah.
And so, that's why it's important to train up a child the way they should go. And that's why it's important to, discipline your child.
Yeah.
We like, I'm just gonna talk to them, but sometimes they do need a spanking.
Yeah.
they need that rod, to show that, it's not right, but
maybe not a spanking as such, because of course we can't spank kids nowadays. They can call DIFUS or the police, the popos for us. But have the ability to be able to communicate with your child.
Yes.
Because children, nowadays they are much smarter than you think.
Yes.
Talk to a child in a way that they know that what they've done is wrong.
But if they deserve the spanking, they get the spanking.
No, not necessarily. I mean, spanking it doesn't solve all problems.
It don't.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it makes kids worse. They're like, oh well, they're going to be hit anyway.
And that's why it's very important to know your child.
Yeah.
To know your children.
That's what I'm saying. Communicating is the best tool.
Yeah.
Because you get to find out why they did it anyway.
Anyway, yeah. Because sometimes you can spank, but it just makes it worse.
They will do it just for the spanking, because some kids they just want to get on your nerves. But if you treat them as humans,
yes.
Because when you talk to somebody, treating them as a human, you say, sit them down. Why did you do what you did? You know the consequences of what you did. And you know that if you do that, this was going to happen. Mm-hmm. At least now they know. We used to get a spanking over everything. And like, but why am I being hit now? And you're not even been given a reason
you're not
why
given
you're being hit. And that's why you're going to do it again and again, because nobody tells you why they're doing it.
Yeah.
So we got to parent almost like our moms, but change with the times.
Yes.
Now we know that this is where our parents went wrong.
Yes.
And then we can...
you communicate, this is why, you're getting a spanking. This is why, I'm not saying beat them, like abuse them. I'm talking like, spanking, a parent.
He wants the rod.
Hey, the Bible says spare the rod, spoil the child. And I'm not going to have no spoiled child in my home.
We'll see about that.
I ain't gonna have no spoiled child. But but like you said, communicating with your child. Why? Because like I said, sometimes they don't know why. Like sometimes, why are you here now?
And it does mess up a child's even self-esteem, because they don't know how to react around you. They're always scared of you.
Yeah, scared.
And you don't want your children to be scared of you, but you want them to respect you. Not even fear. Respect you.
No, I'm not talking about that, but that's why I mean fear. I mean respect.
Yeah.
Fear you in the respect, in the respectful way. Like we fear God. We don't fear him. Oh no, we respect God. That's what I mean when I said fear.
So just to close off that point is that constructive criticism is good for you.
Yes.
Don't shy away from it.
Yes, and having that support when facing challenges. It allows you to overcome those challenges. Yeah. It allows you to face them challenges head on. Yeah. It allows you to overcome your adversity. The thing that whatever you're going through, when you have that supported community, it allows you to deal with issues at face value. You know, and so that's why it's critical. A community, the power of community is critical.
And through that, you learn then.
You learn from other experiences.
You learn from those experiences.
You learn from other experiences. You get ideas. Just like with the masterminds, we able to share from different ideas. We're able to connect on different experiences. You know, so that we all able to grow.
They say the new in thing is now collaboration.
Collaboration.
Yeah.
So and learning from one another.
Collaboration and partnership.
Yeah. Because it's power in numbers.
Yeah.
It's powers in community. It's you know they didn't say, you know, we used to say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a community to build up a community.
Yeah.
To build each other up. It takes a community. You learning from one another. You know, you know, like we talking about collaboration, partnership. When we're able to come together and share our experiences and our expertise, it goes a long way.
Absolutely.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
So learn. Don't be afraid to learn from one another. You know, don't and expressing ourselves with each other. You know, so learning is
because that accelerates growth, right?
Yes, accelerates growth.
Because all the things that we've said above, they are summarized in the point that you grow.
You grow, yes.
Along the way.
You grow along the way.
You grow as you associate yourself with the right people, with the right community, and as you get criticized constructively and corrected and loved on and appreciated and applauded, all that, they help with your growth. Because the truth of the matter is, if you are in a community that is functional, properly functional, you will grow.
You will grow.
You will feel the validation that you are looking for.
Yes.
You will be heard. You will be seen. You will be a better person and a better contributing member to society.
Yes. And like even like with the mastermind, and you know, when you joining these things, even like being inside the, you know, you can see the growth of the individuals. You know, you can see that it works.
Yeah.
And it works. So when you see it working, get in more.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. And because a lot of times, you know, we look at the dollar value too much. You know, we look at the dollar value too much, and we and you know, the reason why we don't want to join it and we try to do things on our own. We do things on our own. We search on our own. We get, but you know, it for you to accelerate your growth, you want to join a community. You want to be a part of a supported network. You know, because if you want your net worth to increase, you got to increase your net worth.
That's true. That's
And
true.
you know, you want to increase your net worth, you got to increase your net worth.
Yeah.
And so you want to and you want to network with other like-minded individuals and joining a community, even if you had to pay for that community, even that you had to be a part. It's worth. It's valuable to invest inside of that community or mastermind or training. It's valuable. And like even like sometimes, you know, they even have, you know, you can volunteer your time. You know, to be a part of that community. You know, people volunteer to go to, you know, at fire stations and different places to be a part of a community, to be a part of something to give back.
Yes.
You know, because a lot of time we always in the receiving mode. We always want to receive. We always want looking for freebies, not realizing, you know, sometimes, you know, if you're looking for a freebie all the times, the Bible say, "Do unto others as you want to be treated."
The golden rule.
The golden rule, right? And if you're an individual, let's say you're doing something, you have a business. I'm talking to business. You have a business, And this is something we got to look at. If you have a business and you always looking for a freebie or you always looking for a discount, guess what? Best believe
you're
that
also gonna attract.
yeah, you're gonna attract certain people. You're gonna attract them kind of people because you're always looking for freebies.
Right.
You're always looking for discount. So the people that come to you gonna look for freebies.
Yeah.
They're gonna look for discount. They're gonna look for a handout. Want you to can I get a discount? Can I get a hand? Why? Because you are that type of individual. So you gotta begin to change your mindset of how you see certain things. You know, and not and so you know and not always want to receive, but you got to learn how to give as well. And even like in a community, you got some people that come into community that always receiving, they always receiving information, but never put in. They're not contributing into the community. They're not sharing into the community, but they're always receiving. And that's not a good thing. And that's why we say...
And you don't learn much.
You don't learn much, yes. You don't, because you always receive it and you're not contributing to the community. And so it works both ways when you are part of this. Because like I said, the power of community is for everyone is able to come together to express themselves, to share their ideas, to learn from one another. Because if you grow, I grow.
That's it.
And can I say something too? That when we part of a supportive community, everyone can win.
That's true, and that's the whole aim of it, right?
Everyone can win, you know, and so that means we don't have to be jealous of no one.
Yeah. Because
we all can win. You know, I can reach people that you can't reach. You can reach people that I can't reach.
That's true.
So I don't have to. I don't have to be jealous of my neighbor because maybe they reaching more or they reach a certain amount of people that I can't reach. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because the people who God allowed me to reach is the people who God allowed me to reach.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we all can win.
Yeah, and that's why we want to encourage you to be part of our community that sponsors this podcast.
Yes.
Because this podcast was sponsored by
Next Opportunity Window. You know, this community will allow you to accelerate your growth.
Yeah.
It will allow you to build yourself up, to be the best version of yourself. And so that's why we encourage you to be a part of this community so that we all able to come together, learn, network. Yes, let's be a family so that we could come together, learn, network, and grow together so that we able to share each other's experiences, share each other ideas, and continue to grow with one another so that we all can win. Absolutely. We all can begin to learn and begin to take advantage of the next opportunity window. Yes. Because there will be opportunity. In 2023, there will be opportunity for someone to take advantage of. And while you're being a part of the community, you're able to form relationships and build partnerships and be able to connect with one another to begin to take advantage and begin to be the best version of yourself. You don't have to do it alone.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it alone. And you have us to support you. Yes. And so we said join the community right now during this December month. We give you a 30-day free trial. And one of the things and how we do it, I want to say that is we do have daily themes. We do have monthly webinars. We do have quarterly masterminds where we're able to grow and connect with one another. And coming soon in January, we will be doing a lunch and learn every Monday. Every Monday we will be doing a lunch and learn. And so, you know, we give you a 30-day free trial to get in, to jump in, to learn, to come to one of the events or come to a few of the interactive sessions that we offer to you so that you can see what we are about and begin to learn and take advantage of it. And then once you, and then after the 30 days, you recharge a subscription, which is $9.99. Now we're saying $9.99 in December because in January we will be raising the prices because we will be offering you the lunch and learn. And so we will be raising the prices. So we're saying today, this December month, we're saying get in. It's $9.99.
While stocks last.
Yeah, well, $9.99 right now until January because the prices will be going up. Because I like what Fat Joe said, yesterday's prices is not today's prices.
That's it. So grab it while you still can.
Yeah, grab it
and lock that price.
And lock that price in. while it's still at, and you're able to take advantage of the mastermind, the quarterly webinars in the lunchroom for $9.99 because when January comes, the prices will be going up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think we've come to the end, and I think that was a mouthful.
Yes.
And we both learned something, and
Yes.
we hope that you did too, because the whole point, like we always say, is to share with you informative, mind, intriguing and thought-provoking discussions, and I think we achieved that in this episode. And we just like to also invite you to be our friends on social media. You can follow us at Chilling with the Chaplins on all platforms. Follow me personally at Lady Siza 1 on Instagram, and follow Mr. LJ here at
Get Inspired by LJ. Yes.
And we really appreciate you subscribing and sharing our videos and just spreading the word about
Spreading the
Chilling with
word,
Chaplins.
yes.
We appreciate you. We love you.
And on the audio.
All the audio platforms.
The audio platforms. Share it and follow.
As well.
Yes, and leave a review. Because it does help us to continue to grow the channel.
Absolutely.
By you sharing the video and follow. It does
Don't
help
just
us
watch.
Don't just listen.
Comment and share.
And share it.
Okay?
And leave a review and help us to reach more people. And we just thank you for being part of us and being a Chaplin Chiller. We hoping you,
if you haven't subscribed,
if you listen to this and you haven't followed, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button.
It's for free.
It's for free. Mahala. Mahala. It's for free. So we if you watch this video, you date us long enough. Now we're saying subscribe. We're saying follow.
Marry us.
Yeah, marry us. Yeah,
family.
join the family. Be a part of us so that you can continue to get notifications. We just thank you. And like I said, there's more things that will be happening in 20. We're excited about 2023.
Very excited.
We're very excited about 20. It's gonna be a great year, and we hoping.
Get excited with us.
Yes, and we hoping that it will be a great year for you. Thank you. We say take care. We'll see you next week. Bye bye. Yo, it's your boy LJ Chaplin with Lady Siza, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development, so we can take control of our life. Let's go.